And welcome to class today. Alright, today I'll be taking you through the process of how I drew the pattern for the loafers, shoot as the penny loafers, and this is very important one that you need to learn. So the first thing we're going to be doing is to tape our last and make sure that you tape your last starting from the middle. The reason why I tape the last from the middle is so that we have the dividing line for the middle and we have a base for the tape, so that will be very strong. So this laying of tape on the last is going to make the tape also to have stamina. So just continue like this until when you get to the point whereby you need to change it because of this mode of last. Sometimes I continue like this almost to the very end of the last, but because of this last has an opening at the side, so I may not be able to do that. So when I get towards a particular place, I'm going to change the pattern at which I'm taping the last. But make sure that you're taping it very closely. You can see the way I'm taping it. They are very close. Very close. So tape it gently. Make sure that you follow through with everything that you're doing. And you can just take your time to just tape it. It's very simple if you follow the pattern at which I'm using. Alright. So we're almost there. Let's keep this requires patience, so it's one of the things that when drawing your pattern, you need to learn. All right, so let's just go one more. See, when we get to the vamp area, all right, then and this color side, then we can change the position. All right, let's seal the side. Can you see I changed position? All right, this is what I was talking about. I would have continued the other pattern, but because of the opening on the other side, I decided to change the position of which I am tipping the last. So I tip it at the side, sideways rather. Alright, so I'll still lay it on it the way I laid it before. Can you see? Let it lay very well. Don't worry about it going at the back. Just make sure that it lays very well. So I'm going to lay again until I cover this whole part of this last. So just make sure that it is well covered, and look at this. I'm covering it, making sure that every part where I need to cover is well covered. And when you cover this last like this, you realize that the pattern itself has stamina without you placing it on cardboard yet. And that's the good thing when they are laying on each other very well. Alright, so I think this is it. So we're going to be covering the mid parts again. Can you see? So this serves as, because we'll be cutting this into two, so it will not split. So that's the reason why we're always doubling this tape at the front. So we're going to do that too. Also to this side, so I'm covering the side, those side that I change position of taping. So and also to the back, I'm going to cover the back also, so that when I'm cutting the pattern, it will not split out. So let's draw a straight line at the middle. You draw your straight line. This is where it begins at the middle. That's the dividing line. This is just a loafers pattern, so I'm not drawing it all through round. Okay, so there's some if I'm doing the main loafers, I will have to tape on the last. For this one, I'm not taping on the last. So divide it at the back also. That's the dividing line. Just draw a straight line to divide it at the back. All right, very simple. Make sure that those lines are showing very well, that your pencil is sharp, and that's what we have. You can see the last has been divided into two already. So we start by measuring from the tip of this upper side 4 inches, 0.4, and that 0.4 is to know where our tongue is gonna start from. So this particular side 0.4, mark it 0.4. That's 0.8 in total. So that's the distance. So after that 0.8, now this is our mean point. That's the meeting point of the last, where we will be getting our mean from. So from there, we're going to draw the main line. This is the main line. That's just the center of where the angle of the last, where the shape, when you look at the shape of the last, you see where that place has curved out. That's the place exactly I'm talking about. So right at the back, we measure 2.5 plus 0.2, which is 2.7. The 2.7 is what we're going to use for the back. All right, so this particular side, I'm going to come back to the dividing line and the mean side. we're measuring 1.5. Just draw the line, but I'm going to be measuring 1.5. Let's mark 1.5 years. Yes, from this mid part to 1.5. So that's what we'll be connecting to the back. Just follow through as I show you. So we'll be connecting that from that 2.7 I said we should mark at the back, connecting it to the 1.5 that we mark. So this is going to serve as our connecting line from the back to the main line. So remember that we marked a 1.5 here from, so that's the mark 1.5 mark. We're connecting it to the 2.7. The 2.7 is the line for the back. That's the height. So that is the standard is 2.5, but I added 0.2 to make it 2.7 because of my insole. So the 0.2 is for insole. So why the major standard for the back is 2.5. So if we add 2.5 to 0.2, that's 2.7. So I'm going to be marking 0.5 here, 0.5 here from the 1.5, 0.5 distance away. All right, that is 0.5 that I'm marking there. That is where my tongue will start from. Now I'm going to be connecting, joining it together, drawing the curve line for where my tongue is meeting, and 0.2 distance from the 0.5 upward. So this is where the curve line will be. From this curve line you're seeing here, all right, the distance at just at the side is 0.2. This distance, you're still going to understand very well because I'm going to explain to you. Please always make sure that you ask questions. Okay, so connecting it here, all right. So this connection here is very important here. Okay, so let's look at it very well. Let's look at it so we can have a good understanding. Look for the best way to explain this to you. All right, so let's connect it. Let's connect with our biro so I can show very well. All right. So when you are showing with your biro, you're sure that everything you've marked is correct. All right. This is a very simple pattern, and so there's no need for you to waste much time on it. So this particular line that I'm joining here, it is my tongue, and this particular place is where I mark the side, or mark the distance. That small place, distance is 0.2. The small distance they are seeing here at the side is 0.2 distance. All right. So it's if you don't understand, I can put you to personally. That's not a problem. So I'm going to be using my biro to make sure, my pen, to make sure that the line shows very well before we start splitting our pattern. So this is our pattern for this loafers, and we're going to be drawing the penny loafers line later on. Okay, you can decide to do it now, you can decide to do it later on. Okay, it's your choice. All right, so this line is where we're dividing. Please, when dividing, please be very careful when dividing the line. It's very important that you are extremely careful because the cutter is a bit sharp, so you need to be careful. Dividing the line, so you're dividing, that's the dividing line at the middle is what you are using on the last, and we're bringing the last out totally. We're bringing the pattern rather out totally from the last. So this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to be drawing it on the line. I'm just going to cut it out outside the line. That's from this side. The only place I touched there was the dividing line. So all this cutting here will not be on the line. Can you see? So this will help me to bring out the pattern totally. So let's trace this out. We forgot to trace this place. All right, with our pen. So we trace this out with our pen. And once we trace it out with our pen, we're sure that it is showing very well. Then we can start cutting. So we're going to cut that also like out and in full. You can see I try to be very careful when I'm using my cutter. So all these excesses at the bottom side of the last, you can just cut those excesses away. We're still going to be adding allowance, so there's no need to worry. Yes, we're still going to be adding our allowance. So just cut these excesses away. It's important that you add allowance. If you cut these excesses away and you don't add allowance, that's a waste of material. So, but because I know I'm going to be adding allowance, that's the reason why I'm cutting these excesses away. Once I cut this excess away, then it'll be easy for me to lift up the pattern from the last. So I think it's time for us to start lifting up the pattern from the last. So we'll start lifting up our pattern and making sure that we're opening it from the place that we double. That's the middle line. You can see where I'm opening it from, the middle line. I'm still going to show you guys very well. So sorry that this is not showing. I think I didn't set the camera very well, but just to show you, I'm lifting up what I'm doing is I'm lifting up the pattern from the last, which I need you to see. Can you see? This is what I'm talking about. I'm lifting it up just carefully from this middle point. That's why I started lifting it up. I didn't start lifting it up from the bottom. I'm lifting it up from the point whereby I doubled the taping. Please note that's the dividing line, and it is easy if you start opening from the bottom side, the pattern can split, so you need to be very careful. So this side is very okay for you to split, and this is what we're going to be having. You can see this is what we're going to be having, and I think this is looking so perfectly done. All right, so we're going to be waiting. Now let's start transferring the pattern on the cardboard paper. All right, so this time around, the pattern is not something that is flat, so you're going to be using your scissors to all those places that are puffed up. You use your scissors to just adjust them, and use something to just let them lay flat very well. All the sides that are puffed up, you can see I'm using my scissors to just cut them so that they can lay very well. This side too is also puffed up, so I use my scissors to lay it down properly, and that is it. So this transfer is just for me to have something as a baseline where my main pattern will be standing on. So this is the main pattern I'll be using. So if I'm to do this size design again, I can just go to this template and take this instead of me drawing the pattern again, and I'm going to be using it. This is what I'm going to be using. I can keep this one somewhere after using it, and it can be served for different purposes. All right. So now we're going to be dividing our cardboard into large parts. Just make sure that you divide it into two. Put this side on the tip of the dividing line of the cardboard, you can see, and let it be straight. Make sure that it is straight, and start using your daughter. This is a daughter. You can use your orb to start punching it and just pin it. It's just for me to show the mark whereby I'll be joining together. That's what I'm using that daughter for. You understand? This is just so these dots will show on the cardboard instead of me punching it. So this dot will show it. So we start adjusting it. You can see the way I'm adjusting this. I'm going to be adjusting it. I'm going to be placing it, holding this particular side. As I start adjusting it, now this adjustment will help me to move the pattern upward. That's the back part of the pattern upward, and I'll connect it. See, I'm still going to show you guys very well. This is the dot where I dotted. You can see I'm connecting them together, right? Please, you need to watch this again and reach out to me if you don't understand. We're going to go through it together. It's no problem. All right. So this is the connection. Can you see? I've connected them together. All right. So this is very important. Then we'll start adding our allowance. Allowance is 1 inch. I'm sure you know that already. 1 inch. So start putting your allowance 1 inch all through around to the very end is 1 inch. So we start adding our allowance. Okay. So that is it for our allowance. Then we start connecting our allowance together. All right. Okay. And making sure that everything is well connected. That's what I'm doing. All right. So this is what I'm talking about. So this part, because of the back part has to be curved. Please note, it has to be curved. So you just use freehand sketching to curve that back part, and when it is curved, you will see that it is well curved. It must not be straight. You can see the way I curved it. So you start cutting out your pattern from the pattern itself as a cardboard, and this time we're cutting on the line. All right. See, so this is what we're doing. Okay. So look at how I curved that back, and it is well curved out. So the excesses, I'm cutting those excesses out right now so you can see. So this is what we have. Can you see how I brought out the pattern? This is what we have. Now there's other ways of doing this, which maybe if I had the time I'm still going to show you, but this is very simple way of bringing out this pattern. Okay, so this is the pattern, and I'm going to bring out the pattern, separating it rather. I'm going to say, but let us check it out on the last. And this is what we have. All right. So the next thing we're going to be doing is to make sure that we connect all the necessary places that need to connect very well. Let them show very well. because I'll be splitting the pattern from the allowance. So just to put a dividing line. So let's just make sure that we cut some or those excesses, the lines that are showing out what I'm doing here, nothing special. Okay, so and the next thing I'm going to be doing right now is just to uh, split it out on the cardboard. That's the main upper away from the allowance. So just use your punch one to do this. It's very simple. Just watch what I'm doing there. I'm leaving distance. I'll punch like three little holes. I'll give some distance again. Punch like four little holes. I'll give some distance again. Still, the pattern is folded, please. So as I'm punching this side, I'm also punching the other side. So that's like doing using one stone to kill two birds. So that's very easy. Okay, make sure that the pattern does not shift. Make sure that the pattern doesn't shift. This will help you a lot. Okay, so and using your cutter to cut this out, the line that you use, the line that you left, so you just be cutting that out like that. Just watch what I'm doing. Just follow what I'm doing here. Just draw this line and draw a little line about the back, and you're gonna be move it out. So you can see that I'm drawing the O's is towards the allowance side, not towards the upper side. So please note, the O's are going towards the allowance side, not towards the upper side, if you know what I mean. The first mark line that I marked with the cutter was on the main line, and the other one is on the allowance part. Please note what I mean. So this is what we have. This is exactly what we have. So, and just make sure that you brought out the necessary things that you need to bring out. Okay, this is what we have. Okay, right now, so let's just try to bring out the pattern for the penny loafers, because we have not brought out the loafers, and we can either bring out the loafers part from the pattern on the last, or you can bring it out like this. So let me show you the way to bring it out like this. So I'll just do freehand sketching, and I'm not going to just draw it anyhow, because I already know the size of the last. So if you want to do, you can try to draw this line on the last itself. Can you see me placing it? Because I want to know so that the penny loafers sketching will not fall. So what I decided to do is just draw it with freehand sketching, that it will not go down too much. So I cleaned it off and reduced the length. That's what I just did here. So I start punching just little holes, just like the way we did for these divided lines for our upper and the allowance. So do the same thing here, and you can decide to punch it all through if you like. Just the major thing is that you're bringing out the loafers design parts. That's what you're doing here. So this is what we're going to be doing. The same thing I did there, what I'm going to be doing here. All right, so this is just it, and this is what we have. Can you see? Very simple as ABC. Very simple as ABC. So this is our pattern for the penny loafers, and I think we have done justice to this. So we can transfer this on our leather, and we can also use this to bring out our lining. Very simple as ABC. I hope you enjoyed this class. So I'm gonna see you in the next video of when we're making the full body part of this particular design of the penny loafers. Thank you for always watching, and God bless you guys. I hope you are learning a lot. Please keep learning, keep practicing. Any question you have, please ask questions. Go to my DM, ask questions, and I'll respond. Thank you. See you next.